I'm going to show you some basics about the cello bow. The cello bow is similar to the violin and viola and the bass bow, but it does have a few differences. It is going to loosen and tighten the same way with this screw right here. And if you turn the screw towards your body, that will loosen it, and turning it away from you will tighten the bow. The distance, how far do you tighten the bow is the question, and well, the distance right between the hair and the stick right here should be about a pencil's width. So if you could put a pencil in there, that's going to be pretty close. At least that'll get you in the ballpark. Now, the next thing is, how do we hold the cello bow? Well, we're going to hold it with our thumb bent. You don't want to have your thumb totally collapsed like this. You want to have your thumb bent and wrap your hands around this much like a violin player would do, but just flatten it out a little bit to where it's not tilted so far towards the tip of the bow. Flatten it out a little bit, and then that is your basic cello bow hold. And everybody's hand is going to be a little bit different, so it's going to hold on to it. My fingers are probably going to be a little bit longer than yours, so they might wrap around a little bit further. The next thing is how do we rosin the bow? Well, we've got our basic rosin right here, and obviously this rosin has been used quite a bit and probably dropped a few times. We're going to set our bow flat on the rosin right here, and then we're going to go back and forth doing a down bow and an up bow stroke. And when I'm just first teaching students how to play with the bow, I usually try to say, get this rosin in about the position that you would be when you're playing your instrument, and you kind of get some free practice on bowing right here also. You don't have to push down terribly hard. It's going to take a little while for a brand new bow to actually take the rosin. I mean, it might take you 20 minutes of just going back and forth like this and pushing in a little bit. But it's a good chance to practice that bow stroke. So what you don't want to do is have the rosin down here like this if you're practicing your bow stroke, because that would mean your cello would be at a strange angle. Turn it out a little bit, go ahead and hang on to the rosin by the edges and just bow back and forth. And then you will see how close this position is to the actual bowing position on the cello. I'm going to pick up the cello now and set down the rosin. I'm going to try to leave this bow right about the same place. And you're going to see how close this really was for bowing. Just going straight across. Sorry. And you can see that that is very similar to the way that the rosin was going earlier. So that is the basics on how to hold the bow and how to rosin.